Hello everyone, welcome back out to the range. Today I am back with my 223 Wyld testing another new bullet today. We are testing out the 80 grain ELD match. This has a BC of 0.486. We're going to be starting off with 22 grains of powder, 22.5 and 23 grains of powder. We're going to be testing it out at 100 yards, and you know the drill, 2-shot groups, velocities as well. Let's get into it and see what kind of velocities and accuracy we can get out of this. All right, real quick, let's go over the components of this. We have an 80 grain ELDM, we have Starline brass, we have CCI 400 primers, and Ramshot TAC powder. This Ramshot TAC is one of my favorite powders so far for 223, especially in the heavier bullets. It's seemingly temperature stable. It's not as stable as obviously the extreme powders, but it stays very consistent in velocities in colder weather and very accurate. The one thing I did forget to notice on the 22 grains of powder, you can see that there's a little dent on that. That's because this bullet actually went in slightly sideways, and the concentration is a little bit off, so if it affects the group, it is what it is. All right, so right away we have a slight issue with these. As you can see, they will not fit inside the mag. However, the ogive is short enough on these because these bullets are so pointed. The ogive is actually pushed back so far. I can single feed these, but they will not fit in a mag, and I don't have any difficulty on cock on close, so we're just gonna have to hand feed these today, and then we'll have to push them back into the case to get them to chamber while they're in the mag. So it is what it is. 22 grains of powder. So that one's gonna be really high, and so is this other one. Forgot to change and forgot to dial it back to 0. But we got 2758, which is really good for the first load. 2688. Still forgot to change it back. 2730. I don't know what's going on with these. The primer isn't going off the first strike. Very light primer strikes. Well, we're not able to get it to go off. Not sure why. All right. 23 grains powder. $28, $24. getting really bad primer strikes. I don't know if the primer is so dirty that it's $28.14. I like that. Definitely like that. Those two velocities were very close together. All right. This is actually really disappointing that this one didn't go off because we're not able to see what the velocity spread is. But I think we had 27, 23, extreme spread 70. That's not really good. This is 22.5. We only got that one shot at 27.30. But 23 grains is actually really nice. 9 and 6.6. I might just not really worry about the 22.5. 22.5. Because 23 seems to be very promising. Let's go into this. We had shot 1 at 28.24 and 28.14. So let's go take a look at the groups. So as I said before, I was shooting here. I had 9/10 dialed into the gun, so we're shooting high, obviously. Second one, only got 1 to fire. Looked like it was a little bit higher, maybe because more velocity. I finally remembered to dial it back down to 0. And we got those two really nice, really close groups with the best SD and ESs. Might just stick with this. We might end up trying to see if we can go higher than 55,000 PSI, because this is a 223 Wyld bolt gun. Should be able to handle 60,000. Probably could push the velocities a lot higher than 2,800 feet per second.